friends, Rebecca here, the Dragon Librarian from Farmington Community Library. And Ling and I are here today to talk to you about a couple graphic novels that we're super hyped about. We recently read them. They're absolutely fantastic and so fun and exciting. And plus the artwork is really wonderful in them as well. So what are these graphic novels that I'm so excited about? Well, all right, we're going to talk about the first one, which is A Sky of Paper Stars. And this is by Susie Yee, A Sky of Paper Stars. Now, this is about a girl named Yuna who is feeling like she is kind of in two different worlds. So her family is from Korea and she's living in the United States, but in school, she doesn't feel like she belongs. Some of the other kids make fun of her because of the homemade lunches that her mom makes her. She isn't allowed to do a lot of the same things that her friends do, like sleepovers and going to camp and stuff like that. So she feels like she doesn't belong there. So one of the things that she does is she makes these little paper stars, which if you see the cover of the book, you can see those little stars and you see that jar next to her. So paper star folding is this really beautiful craft, and there is a legend around it. And Yuna's grandmother, her Halmoni, has told her that this legend is that if you fold 1,000 of these paper stars, you will be able to make a wish and it will come true. So Yuna has been working on 1,000 paper stars, and when she finally does, she makes a wish that her family will go back to Korea, so she will finally feel like she belongs somewhere. Well, the very next day, her Halmoni, her grandmother, passes away, and the family suddenly does have to go back to Korea. So Yuna feels that this is her fault. She feels that her grandmother died because of her wish, and that it's her fault and she needs to make amends. So she decides to start making another 1,000 paper stars so she can undo her first wish and her grandmother will come back. Now, she's also dealing with being in Korea, where she doesn't feel any more like she fits in there than she fits in America. And so she's dealing with that as well. So there's a lot of heavy family things going on in this graphic novel, but it's also just such a beautiful exploration of not just self and culture and family too, but also just of being yourself and being true to yourself, no matter who you are. And the artwork for it is really just so beautiful, especially the flashback scenes when she is learning more and more about her grandmother. And there are also, if you're interested, which I have always kind of wanted to learn how to do, but I never really took the time, there is a instruction little booklet at the very back that teaches you how to fold your own paper stars. So if you want to make your own paper star jar and make 1,000 of them, maybe you'll be able to make a wish and see what happens. So this is, yes, it's definitely a sad graphic novel, but it's also very uplifting and beautiful as well, and highly recommend it. Sky of Paper Stars. The next one is called Saving Chupie, and this is by Amparo Ortiz. Saving Chupie. Now, this is a book about a girl named Violeta who is visiting Puerto Rico for the first time. So both of these graphic novels are about these young people visiting countries. One, in this case, for the first time. In Yuna's case, not for the first time, but still visiting other places that are new and exciting to them. So Violeta is visiting Puerto Rico with her mom and dad and her abuelita, her grandmother, and it's not for just a fun reason, though. So there was a hurricane, and it destroyed Violeta's grandmom's restaurant that she ran. So now it is time for them to go back and rebuild it. Now, Violeta wants to help. She's desperate to try to help her parents and her abuelita, but nobody seems to want to have her help. Everybody just wants her to go off and play and, you know, do her own thing, but she really wants to help her family. So anyway, she becomes friends with these two kids, and they start telling her about this legend of the Chupacabra, which is this like monster that devours goats. And she doesn't believe it. She thinks that this is just all a myth, even though there are lots of livestock issues that are going on right now. And then she runs into the Chupacabra, but he's not what everybody says he is. He's not this terrible, horrible monster. He's this cute little creature. And Violetta starts keeping him a secret because she's trying to protect him, but she has to figure out whether she can trust her friends to help her protect him and to help try to save him from these monster hunters that are going around. So the first thing I just want to say, the first thing that I loved about this graphic novel, honestly, was the illustrations, because I think they're just so vivid and colorful, and the expressions on everyone's faces are just fantastic and beautifully drawn. Everything about this graphic novel is just a delight to the senses. I absolutely loved it. But I also really loved the story about this girl who is trying to help her family and they won't let her. And it was just so frustrating to see, because you could tell she was really invested in this and just wanted to do her best. And it wasn't that her family didn't trust her or didn't think that she could do it, but, you know, it was just that they were involved in what they were doing and they didn't have time to pay attention to her. So watching her grow into her own self and finally find a way to help her family, which I'm not going to tell you how that happens, or how she saves Chupie in the end, and making these friends as well in this place, this new place that she's been. So it's a beautiful story of friendship. It's adventurous. Like I said, she's trying to save this little baby Chupacabra from these monster hunters. It's about family. It's about friendship. It's just a really fun, adventurous graphic novel. I love this one so, so, so much. Saving Chupie. Well, that's what we've got for you guys today. I hope that these graphic novels sound really fun and exciting for you. If so, please feel free to come and check them out from Farmington Community Library. They are available. And also, thank you so, so much for watching, friends, and have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the day.